All right, we are back with another special edition for you. Here we go. We've got a special guest. She is the founder, CEO, and the force behind an amazing clothing line. Welcome from Riot Stitch Rockwear. It is Sherri Lou.
Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Always look to put the spotlight on what we call the unsung heroes, the people behind the
Yes,
bands, you know?
yeah,
You see these bands looking real good and the music sounds good and they're creating this sensation and I saw the write up and I'm saying, wow, let's talk to Sherri. Let's promote the NAMM 2025 first ever metal catwalk. Now
that's right.
is this part of the David Ellefson booth?
Yeah, so I'm
Ellefson Coffee?
sharing. Yeah, so I'm sharing booths with David Elfson's coffee. So I'm like subcontracting or subleasing from him. So we are sharing the same booth. So my booth number is his booth number. So yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I know that's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah,
There's
you know, he always have all the VIP signings. I think we have Thursday, Friday. And Kiki Wong is one of my clients. She just confirmed she's super busy. She's in Smashing Pumpkin, and she's
I
gonna come
saw
for half an
I
hour.
saw
Yeah.
the Green Day Smashing Pumpkins Rancid show at Coors Field in Denver this summer. Big
Oh,
stadium show, and I had really good seats. I'm friends with the managers of Green
I
Day,
see it. Yeah, they're
so
amazing,
out of
right?
80,000 people in the crowd, I was like in the 10th row. So it was,
I know.
and I was
I
on
went
her
to see
side of the
her.
stage. So
Cool. I went to see her at SoFi, but it was
oh
amazing
wow,
too. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They
yeah,
played in LA SoFi. I was like, wow. And she had my outfit on. You know, I was.
yeah, yeah. We'd love to interview her and any of your clients. As I
Yeah,
mentioned,
yeah.
we're friends with the guys from Steel Panther from way back. And tell us how you came about
Sure.
when you were coming up. Were you already making clothes, or were you just wearing clothes and just couldn't get the right clothes that you had in mind? What was the beginning of this?
Yeah, so I grew up in China. My mom actually sew, so I always get a lot of influence from her, seeing her sew for me. I remember when I was in elementary school or high school, all that time and middle school, my mom would always making clothes for me, and she would say, "Oh, what do you want to wear?" And blah blah blah. So I do that a lot. So I already have this good idea of what I like and what I like to wear. My mom's always like very guiding me all the time. And then I moved to here 21 years ago.
Okay.
So sun coming. So is it okay? My face is weird or it's okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So like the
Yeah,
early 2000s, like maybe
yeah, I got
2005.
here. I moved here in 2003. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I just moved here, I was in Redondo, and I always like to go. I always have a passion for rock and roll music, so I wanted to go to concert. When I moved here, I'm like, "Oh, everybody's here. I can go to Hollywood anytime." And so I went to shopping, and I was like, it's hard to find clothes for myself because I'm like very small, extra small.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So then sometimes I just kind of buy certain clothes and then kind of try to alternate a little bit and fit okay. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's always when I went to a shop or store, I like something, but I wish it's a different color. I wish it's a different, like this part's different or that part's different. So it's been difficult for me to find clothes fit me when I moved to here in the US.
Okay.
And then about, I would say 7, 8 years ago, so when I was in China, I do a lot of design. So I design my own clothes, but I always had a seamstress to kind of help me to make them. Like she
Uh-huh.
sewed them. And I design them, I draw, then I buy the fabric. I
You
say,
come up
okay,
with the
this is the fabric.
patterns and then they
Yes,
make the
yes,
clothes.
yeah. Yes. So she basically make the dress for me. I do designing. Um, when I was in China. So after I moved to here and she retired, she's older and she retired. And then, 7, 8 years ago, I just decided, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Nobody's going to sew. So I just went a few sewing lesson, even though I already kind of get that from my mom, but not officially sewing clothes. So I went a few, and then I just started making my own pants. It comes very, very easy for me. For some reason, I think for like 20 years, whatever, I've been like soaked in this fashion thing going, and I love rock and roll. So had a lot of influence on Frankie B. Is one of the very good influence from me for me, because I love their low cut hip hugger jeans. So my pants are actually very low cut. And yeah, so that's one of the brand. When I moved to here, I love Frankie B. Perfectly fit. But I'm never like a jeans kind of girl. I always like something different. So I work on mostly all my fabric, all my clothes are made of spandex. When you say spandex, people always say, oh, you know, I don't want to be those, think about 80s, like those super shiny, but spandex has gone a long way now. Like they look like leather, very nice patterns, metallic, or a lot of option. I mean, if I don't tell people, they don't even know it's made of spandex. They look like leather. So, yeah, so it's kind of then about during pandemic. So I have a day job, corporate job, for 30 years. So I've been doing that for a long time. And then I decided to, you know, maybe when the pandemic hits, my day job just kind of faded away. They said, you know, for whatever reason, because my industry got hit. Different story. I was like, okay, maybe it's time to actually launch, because I've been doing a little bit here and there, working with different musicians, alternate their pants or do some design for them, but not official brand. So 2020 is the one I came up with, RIOT Stitch, and I launched the brand during pandemic. Surprisingly, you know, a lot of people, because all the musicians are not playing at the time, and they willing to look at their wardrobe, and people get bored when they are sitting home all the time. So people started reaching out, and I did a lot of social media, because everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on Facebook.
Yep.
So I did a lot of that promoting and pushing the brand out. It just worked out. I mean, surprisingly, because, you know, you would think that time is not a good time to do all that, but it worked out. And then about 3 years ago, I think that's kind of one of the big step for me was I have a friend, her name is Tina Souza. She's one of my bandmates, friend and girlfriend, and then we become friends. She mentioned to me about Neil Zalazar, right? She said, hey, you should have Neil to take a picture for you. I said, well, I would love to, but, you know, I really don't know him. I don't know where he is. And she said, you know, I know him, blah, blah, blah. So she made an introduction, and I talked to Neil on the phone, and he retired. He's like, you know, I don't want to do photos. Yeah, he's like, I
Yeah,
don't
he
want to do
hasn't picked
photos.
up a camera in years. If you go
Yes,
over to his studio, he's got
yes,
about 20 some motorcycles in the studio.
yes, you know the drill. Yes,
Oh yeah,
so
he's right behind the Capitol Records Tower, you know.
yes, still there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he has all
So
his motorcycle.
he's kind of in the motorcycle repair business, but he makes good money off licensing the Van Halen pictures, and of course he took Motley
Absolutely.
Crue and Guns N' Roses and Poison and
Very
everybody
smart
else. But
businessman.
yeah,
Yeah.
Van Halen alone he could retire on. He's got thousands of the best pictures.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to talk to him and, you know, try to just wiggle my way in. I said, please just give me just give me a photo shoot. No problem. You know, short time, whatever, just one outfit. I just wanna you to shoot me. Because, you know, he's legendary for rock and roll history, you know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
so he finally agreed, and we did a shoot on the roof of his studio.
Yeah.
You know, he said he hasn't shooted any, but I think that was his last shoot. I know he was going to shoot a few more the past year or two. We become really good friends. Anyway, after the shoot, he asked me, he said, so who do you like? Who do you want to wear your clothes? I said, Steel Panther. You know, because they're like perfect. I saw them when I moved to here, middle school on Sunset. And I was like,
The Viper Room.
I think I saw them at Roxy, like
Oh,
a
the Roxy
Tuesday or
across the
Monday.
street.
Yeah. Yeah, middle school. And I thought they were amazing, and their outfits always so brilliant and then just glam like 80s, but I almost like, I'm like, I can dress them. They'll probably look better in my clothes, and then Neil introduced me to Ralph, Michael Starr, the singer, and I guess they're good friends. So like he said, I know them, let me introduce you to them and see what they say, nothing hurt to try. I said, yeah, I would love to. So he called Ralph, and Ralph actually called me in a few days, and I was like, ooh! And then he's just amazing. He loves my clothes. I had a website up, and he looked through my website. He knows exactly what he wanted. He just said, hey, I like that design. Why don't we start with that pair? And then he ordered a few more other pairs. I went to his place and met him, and that's a big, for me, that's almost a different level, because Steel Panther they're super professional. They're touring all over the place. They got a huge following, and it's the right crowd for my clothes too. Because I'm like an 80s glam, adds a little bit 70s hippie, because I do love a 70s fashion too. So
Yeah.
almost glam
Well,
hippie.
they celebrate that era,
Yes. Yeah.
and being a little younger than most of the rock stars from that era, they have a lot of youthful appeal. I've seen them on tour with Judas Priest. I've seen
Yeah.
them,
They did. They
all
had a
sorts of stuff.
big. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to adjust this thing a little bit, so I don't want the sounds right on my face. That's a little
Yeah,
bit.
no problem. Well, yeah, no, I think that's a perfect client for you. And
Yes.
they, like you say, they're in your face and very, out there,
Yeah.
with their look. They don't hold back. There's nothing subtle about Steel Panther. That's for sure.
I know, but you have such a good time when you go, and there's such great musicians. The songs, I mean, I blank out the lyrics, but I love the songs. The tunes are great. It's so 80s, so rock and roll, so metal, you know, um, and the guys are amazing. They're so nice. So yeah, Ralph introduced me to the whole band. He said, hey, I really like the pants. You want to come meet the band? I said, well, yeah. So I went there. I think they're shooting a video, like, they do the series of their interviews. They just
Uh-huh.
shoot shit. It's really funny. And then he said, come in so you can meet the whole band. I did. And they all just ordered on the spot. So I started to, dressing them. I think I did maybe, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 outfits for each of them. Ralph, I have more because, he's a lead singer from Man. So he has a lot. And I dressed them for America Got Talent when they went on the live show. It was amazing. And then they went on tour Europe, last year they went tour, and they all had my outfits on. So I've been dressing them for the past, I would say maybe 2 or 2.5 years. Don't quote me on that, but just about that time. So that's a big stone for me, milestone for me. Get to that, and I got meet a lot of people. Except is another band I dress,
Okay.
Philip Schaus, and Wolf.
Wolf Hoffman and Accept, yeah, originally from Germany, now kind of a mixture, guys from all over the country and world.
Yes, yes, and they're amazing. And so they are like a different branch. They're like a heavy metal, but
Yeah.
has they
Yeah,
like
they're
studs
definitely
too.
black and studs,
Yes,
not as
yes.
brightly colored as a Steel Panther might be.
Yes, yes. So different branch. So I would say my branches, I call dirty rocker, which is, kind of biker feel,
Uh-huh.
black with studs. They
Yep.
wanted it more classy. Some people want less studs, not so out there, but just
Right.
classy. And then some people just like full on out, like Steel Panther. That's more my style. But I love both. I have a lot of black pants that people love. One of my best seller is black with studs. Um,
Okay.
and then and then also Neil introduced me to Kiki Wong recently, about I think maybe a year now. It's been a year.
Okay.
So I did an outfit for her when she joined the Smashing Pumpkin, and then we did another outfit just recently. Also, and she's just amazing person, and she's very supportive of my brand. That's another one. Yeah, so those are kind of a band that a lot of people know. And then I dress a lot of local musicians, a tribute band. There's one of my biggest clients are Van Halen tribute band because my clothes is very David Lee Roth, right? So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I have a lot of tribute band from East Coast and West Coast. Atomic Punks, Completely Unchained. They're from New York. That's one of my biggest customer, Gene.
Right.
Amazing. He must have like, I don't know, 10 pair of my pants. And then Atomic Punks, Brian also wears my pants. I made quite a few pair. He lives right here, so we're like local. And Led Zeppelin, I did one Jimmy Page outfit for
Okay.
David. Yeah, and that was very fun, very fun. And who else? Glass. I also make his pants. He joined Stephen Piercy recently,
Right.
so I pushed him. I say, hey, come on, time to get glammed up because he just wears jeans and black jeans, and so we did one pair of pants. We recreated his '80s pants. He showed me a picture of when he was in Slaughter,
Mm-hmm.
with all these different flags on the pants. So we did a similar version. He loves it, and he just ordered a new pair because he just got back from TSO, right?
Right.
Trans-Siberian. And then, but since he's doing Raiding the Rock Bowl as well as Stephen Piercy, so now he's all glammed out. And then another artist, Keith St. John. I've been dressing him for a long time. And so he right now is doing Raiding the Rock Bowl. So he has a show at the NAMM show. Ronnie Montrose Remembered. I'm one of
Yes.
the
Friday
sponsors.
night at the House of Blues.
Yes, yes. So I'm one of the sponsors. So I dress Keith a lot, making an outfit for him for Ronnie Montrose Remembered as well.
Oh, fantastic. Now, how can people order your clothes? Is it all through your website? Is that the contact?
Yes. So my all my clothes are made to order. So I don't have stock. So it's made
Right.
to
It's all
order.
customized.
Correct. Yes. But it's riotstitch.com. So I have two sections. One section is stage wear. That's mostly just more, more stagey. And then I have rock wear, which have a lot of t-shirts. I do have a few logo t-shirt design, signature design. And then I just recently come out my boots. Girls very, because I always wear those big high platform. I'm very small. So I
Uh-huh.
have like 4 inches platform. Everybody asks me, hey, where did you get those boots? Then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make my own boots. So that's my new product I wanted to show during the NAMM. So I had different colors or full on studded, about 4 inches platform signature boots. They're in different colors. I have red, black, blue, white, and then I have a new limited edition. I haven't posted yet for NAMM. It's like clear with rhinestone, and it's amazing. I mean, I love it, and I already sold a lot because I have some regular clients. I send it to them, so that I'm gonna bring that to NAMM to show also because just to kind of showcase what I'm bringing in. I think boots are a very good addition. Right now it's all girl boots, but I'm working on the men's too because 90%, not 90%, okay, I should say 70% of my clients are men. So,
Yes.
and that's my next step, just on working on some men's design boots to go with my outfit.
Wow. And this is all you create it there in Orange
Yeah.
County? You do.
So my boots is I design them. I actually met the company at the sourcing in Vegas last year.
Okay.
And the funny thing, it's a really good story. So I went to the sourcing for Magic Show in Vegas. That's a fashion
Yes.
resort. You know about it. Okay.
Yes, I
So
do.
I went to the boots section. I always love the footwear because I know that clothing, I kind of wanted to stay small made. So I wasn't really looking for manufacturer overseas. But the other stuff, I always wanted to see what I can do. So I saw these boots looks really nice, but it's not exactly what I wanted. Just like how my clothes when I went to store, same thing. So I talked to the owner. I said, hey, can you guys make some samples? I'm small, independent designer, so it's not like I'm going to order 300 boots. I'm going to send it to Macy's or something. They said, yeah, yeah. So we started talking, and when I left the convention, we were in touch on WhatsApp. And then I draw the picture, show some picture, and tell them what I wanted, and they send me a picture of sample, what's gonna mock up and picture what's gonna look like. I say, yeah, perfect. And then when they were about shipping, right? So they say, oh, the sample's ready. Do you want? Where do you want me to ship to? So I told them my address, and it turns out the factory is where I'm from in China. I'm from Chengdu, and
Yes.
factory, the girl, the owner of that factory, she lives 2 blocks away from my mom's house. It's absolutely insane. I never met her. And after we talked, and she said, oh, well, here's where I live. I'm like, are you in Chengdu? That's where I'm from. And then she said, you are? Do you speak Chinese? I said, yeah, I speak Chinese. So I think it's just meant to be. And she did a fantastic job. So I keep creating new stuff with her. I had about 6 design now, and I wanted to roll out in 2025. So they're made in China, but my design and the quality is absolutely amazing because I went to the factory and check on them. It's just, I just feel it's meant to be. I mean, I went to Vegas and went to a giant convention, met somebody from my hometown, like 2 blocks away from my house. So we had lunch together when I went back to China.
So all the clothes are made in China?
No, no, just the boots.
Oh, the
I was
boots.
just talking
Okay.
about my boots. No,
That's what
all
I
my
thought.
I make all my clothes here,
Right.
and I
I
buy the
figured you
fabric
have the
here.
patterns and you make them here.
Yes,
It's the
yes, and
boots.
I
You
sew.
outsource the boots.
Yes, the boots are. I mean, I can't make the boots. I'm not
Right.
that skilled, but I
And how
design the
long
boots.
does a boot take to from design to putting it in the client's hands?
Took us. I mean, I have the design down already. Now I have about 6 design, but that design took us about almost 6 months to kind of nail down to get the sample to just. So now I already ordered a bunch for NAMM, but for some boots are custom made. It's about I would say 4 weeks turnaround.
Okay, about a month.
Yes.
Good, good, good to know. Well,
Yeah.
that is super exciting.
Yes.
You will be at NAMM coming up, and this
Yes.
is Saturday, right? Saturday is your catwalk.
Yeah, so I'm trying to pull up my booth number. So it where I have the hall D and the booth number is 4234.
Correct. And you can look for EllefsonCoffee, the
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
David Ellefson, formerly of Megadeth. And of course,
Yeah.
he's such a hard worker. We love David. I go
Yeah.
back many years with him. And,
He's
I
amazing.
myself, I'm 50 years into business as a promotion man. So a
Amazing.
lot of your legendary bands from late 70s through the 80s and 90s, I've helped promote, market, and made very popular. So,
That's
um,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
we love
I saw it.
this.
I saw your when you emailed me, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad. It's an honor.
Well, I'm always looking out. I'm always looking to not only expose great companies like yours, I'm looking to network. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can link up and maybe compare notes over time, and maybe I can make sure that I'm interviewing Kiki and of course Michael and Satchel and all the great clients to give them and more publicity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we love it. Last time I
So
interviewed Satchel backstage at Judas Priest, I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, the entire interview, he is
it's funny,
so
right?
fun. It was insane. I tried to hold my laughter off the mic, but he's so funny.
I know he's such a nice guy too. Very sweet person. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
So
serious side. I know Michael has children and
yes,
wife and of course I run into him sometimes at Ralph's of all places. You're getting groceries and you look over and there's Michael Starr getting
it's
groceries with
awesome.
his kids.
I know he's a good dad, right? I saw his son. He's taking his son to the to NAMM show too.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
So
he looked like a mini Ralph,
a mini Michael.
mini Ralph. Yeah,
There you go. So now
it's not
tell us who
small.
you can say who's going to be part of the catwalk, who's going to be signing at your booth. Who can you tell us?
Yes. So the signing, Kiki Wang is going to come to signing on Friday afternoon, 4 to 4:30 p.m. at the
Okay.
VIP lounge. Yeah. And my co-star is going to walk my runway. So he'll probably just stop the booth, but I already asking him a lot, so I didn't really try to nail him down and say, hey, do a signing. So I just said, hey, come to the catwalk. So he'll be leading my catwalk, my first metal catwalk. So I have 7 male models and 5 female models. So it's a mix. I really want to showcase my male collection, men's collection, because a lot of people see my website because just me wearing my clothes. I really wanted to showcase what you can see because my pants are made up by spandex. If you hang the garments up, you can't really see what it look like on people. So I almost feel like it's crucial to have people to have the visual that people wearing. And most of my models are musicians. Almost, I think only 3 are not musicians. So they're all musicians, which is great because that's what I'm going for. And then some of them gonna have a guitar. So it's not your usual high fashion catwalk. It's a metal catwalk, right? People have attitude, and I want them to show that part. Also, it's about fun. It's not a catwalk stage. It's just gonna be at my booth. We're gonna block the hallway. NAMM already agreed for us to do. So, and then we're blocking, and then people will come. I have a lot of clients gonna come wearing my clothes. I told them, hey, come on, wear my clothes. So yeah, it's my very first one. If this one goes well, hopefully I can franchise in the future. I always wanted to do like a fashion catwalk, like open for big band, like a big festival in Europe or, anywhere like a big festival, but they want us to open for band because it doesn't have to be band to open for band, because we're related, we're in the same industry. So that's kind of, I want the catwalk to go, but this is my first one. But I'm pretty prepared. I'm hoping it's going to be a good turnout.
Well, yes, I know it will. I'm actually speaking at one of the big sessions on Friday at 2 o'clock. I'll get you that information if you want to come up to our session. It's all about how to create your own record label and promote your music and band and business. I'll introduce you on stage, and
Oh, that
if you like, you
would
can
be nice. I would
promote.
love to.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can promote your catwalk, and we'll cross promote. Actually, Marco Babineau has a booth right next to David's coffee company and yours, and
What did,
he's got a
yeah.
company called Nefarious Guitars.
I
He's make
actually, wait, he shares booths with me.
Is
He's
that
my,
right?
yes.
He's
He's
part of the
like
booth,
right.
the same booth.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. He's right next to me. We talked a little bit. I haven't talked to him on the phone. We were just on social media. But
Okay.
because my model is going to have guitar, and I was talking, do you want me to promote your guitar? You just gave one of my model when they're walking, they'll carry 1 or 2 of your guitar. It's good promotion for him too.
Yeah, well, he is a legendary promotion man at Geffen Records. He
I
helped
did not
break
know
Guns
that.
N' Roses. He broke Aerosmith in the 90s. He broke Whitesnake. And he even had a hand in breaking Nirvana.
I
Smells
had
like Teen
no
Spirit. Oh, yeah,
idea.
Marco is a legendary promotion man and great
Oh,
friend.
I'm in very good company, I guess. He's
Oh,
my neighbor. We have
yes.
a booth together. So I
Oh,
will learn a lot from him. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea.
yeah, and he'll be at our session too. So you and him can come up,
Well,
and
I would love to come. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
we'll
thank you.
promote you on stage, and we'll be like the Pied Pipers leading everyone down to your booth for the catwalk on Saturday, and of course Kiki's signing on Friday, which will just be like an hour and a half. Yeah, it's an hour after our session, so
Yeah, she
it's
comes out. Yeah, so it's perfect timing. She comes
perfect
because she
timing.
has a signing in Marshall. I know that's her main thing.
Okay.
And then I was able to kind of squeeze in. I said, just come. And she's like, okay. She's so sweet. And she's such a nice person. All my clients are amazing. And I'm trying to surround myself with good people. And I love when all my clients dress amazing on stage and off stage because I have a lot of clients who are not performers, but they're very supportive client. One of my model, is one of my biggest customer, and she's amazing. And she always been Lindsay Ferrari. She's always very supportive of me too. So she's gonna be one of my model. And most of the model, I think half of them are my clients too. So it'll be a fun show.
Well, fantastic. Well, we look forward to exposing more people to riotstitch.com. Our special guest has been the one and only Sherri Lou, the creator, the founder, the force behind these amazing clothes. Come on out to NAMM. If you don't be in Southern California and can't make it to the NAMM show, go to her website, get in there and order some stuff. We can't wait to grow our relationship and build. I've been a promotion man for 50 years. So, like the great Marco Babineau and so many people, I was in the trenches, helping launch, so many of these great groups. So it's
That's
great to
cool.
see them still alive and well and
Yeah.
down at the NAMM show. So, Sherri, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to talking, staying in touch, and seeing you in Anaheim for the 2025 NAMM show and much more. Let's grow together.
Yeah, thank you for having me and taught me so many things. I had no idea. I'm sharing with legendary promoter. I have
There
no
you
idea.
go. Thank you,
Yeah.
and we'll talk soon.
Yes, I'll see you soon too.
Take care. Stay safe.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.